Hello everybody and welcome to Business Unplugged. My name is Aicha Manai and I will be your host for today. Business Unplugged is an event for entrepreneurs and entrepreneurially minded people. This is actually the 5th Business Unplugged event that Suomen Yrittäjät has hosted, but due to COVID, it's the first one online. Today, we will hear stories from entrepreneurs about their journeys and their lessons that they have learned on their way. We will also be hearing the stories of our Migrant Entrepreneur of the Year 2020 finalists, and we will be handing out a €5,000 award to the winner of the Migrant Entrepreneur of the Year competition. So stay tuned for that. At the very end of the event, you will all participate in workshops that you have either chosen beforehand or might be choosing today. The links to those workshops have been sent to your email by Suomen Yrittäjät, and if you have not found these links, you can find them in the screen in front of you, or if you are watching this program through Facebook Live, you can find them in the chat box. But without further ado, I'd like to present our first speaker of the day. He is Ali Giray. He is a serial entrepreneur, and he's also the chairman of the Migrant Entrepreneur Network. So welcome, Ali.
Hi everyone, my name is Ali Giray and I am one of the migrant entrepreneurs in Finland. First I want to say a few words for why are we here and what are we doing here, why life in Finland itself is hard enough, so we're trying to build something new. I want to tell you that number of immigrants in Finland has been rising year after year all the time. And the also number shows that we need migrant entrepreneurs more and more every year because of, well, lots of reasons, but we need people working in this society. When we think about migrant entrepreneurs, we tend to think about only one group that live in this country. But the fact is that there is so many of them. There is so big, wide range of migrants. Based on the numbers, I can tell, based on different ways how to count it, there is at least 10 to 20,000 migrant entrepreneurs, depending on how you count based on the nationality or the language or the birthplace. But the number is rising all the time. And this, at the same time, means that we need services that can benefit them, can help them to become better entrepreneurs in this country. And let me tell you, it's not easy to run a business in this country with this, one of the toughest languages in the world. So the help is needed. And thanks Suomen Yrittäjät for being one of the first big real organizations to concentrate and help this group to develop. When we think about Finnish entrepreneurs, the Suomen Yrittäjät, it took 80 years. It's now this year is the 80th year of the Finnish entrepreneurs that it took them to become what this organization is today. And we all know that Finnish entrepreneurs, it's actually one of the biggest, the only biggest organization that serves entrepreneurs in this country with hundreds of thousands of members. And it took 80 years, and everybody knows that there is different type of businesses. There is small business, there is international businesses, there is multinational businesses, and Finnish entrepreneurs with several other organizations are providing services that help those companies in certain situation. So it's not one group and not one size fits for all. But the thing is that we have in this country lots of help, lots of education, lots of information. But the one that works for certain group is that it has to be working or planned for it. So when we think about migrants, one fits for all doesn't work, just as it took Suomen Yrittäjät to realize that it doesn't work for one service doesn't fit and doesn't work for all the companies. So one thing I want to people to understand that let's not try to put them in one category, because different size, different companies, different help is needed, and we need all the help that this government or society provides. We have this group of Migrant Entrepreneur Society, or my network, which works under Suomen Yrittäjät. This is the second year, and we're trying to build or understand the people and the companies, how we can provide services that suits them and works for them the best. But anyway, we have this competition, we have this the information that we get from the field. There is about all the members of our network is from some countries. There is third world countries and European countries, and we represent all different type of companies all around Finland, and we try to understand all the people or all the type of companies. So we get the information and we share it with these big organizations who wants to help us, and we're trying to find ways. So thank you for being here, and thank you for listening, and please provide us with the help if you have any, or give us the information what kind of help you need. Corona hasn't been easy on migrants, so that's also one thing we have to keep in mind. But without further ado, I want to represent you this last year winner. We have very, very good international entrepreneurs in Finland. We have lots of people who are given a lot of effort to try to build something in this country. Starting a company is one thing, not speaking language is another thing, but creating a successful company in this country is not an easy thing. So I cannot thank them enough for whatever those entrepreneurs are doing. I want to represent you the last year's finalist, Faisa Egge, who was our 2019 winner, the Migrant Entrepreneur of the Year from Kokkola. So Faisa, please welcome and say a couple of words. She is our keynote speaker.
The CEO of Finnish Entrepreneurship Finland, the CEO of ELO, Chairman of Miko Enterprise, Mr. Ali Giray, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Egge Faisa, and I'm a Kenyan Finnish. I'm going to tell you a story about my journey to Finland and my journey to entrepreneurship. I am the currently CEO of Amanihoiva. It's a home care services based in Kokkola, as a small town in Kokkola, and about a population of 30,000 or maybe more, I don't know. I came to Finland with 2 bags, 2 suitcases from a small town in Narok, with $1,000 in my account, all the way to Kokkola to study a degree in public health and nurse. Don't ask me why I chose Kokkola, but anyway, it was my journey 2008. I did my degree. I remember the first day when I arrived in Kokkola. I went around the Kokkola. It's a very small town, so I started moving around looking for jobs from the shops, from the restaurants, from the pizzerias. And by the end of the day, I was offered a job to do pizzeria job, make pizza and do some small cleaning job in a pizzeria. And I was told that, hey, you can start in the evening. So I went back home. It was around midday, and to rest, I was so happy. I called my friends, I called my family that, hey, I got a job. No one could believe it. So I went and I came back and I started doing my job. And in the end of the job, I was paid about 20 euros or 25 euros after maybe 8 hours of doing my work. I was very happy. I was honored, and I calculated. I started to calculate that how much that 20 euro will be in Kenyan money, which is a wrong mistake. Never change money from your country to another country. In the evening after my job, I called my friend to ask them about that. Hey, what do you think about this, that I got a job? And I was told that is not a legal job, that you should go and search for a normal job. But in any way, I kept the job because anyway, it put food and paid rent, and I was able to survive with it without asking my family to provide anything for me. So I continued working in pizzeria. I did some posty job, and I also did a small work job. When you are trying to integrate, when you come to a new country, you just want to have money, because many people believe that when you come to Europe, there's some money or some bank waiting to give you. But if you don't work hard and if you don't try to integrate, then it's not possible to reach to your dreams. I remember my first summer was a job in the healthcare center, where I worked as a summer girl, that is to help elderly people to go outside a little bit with feeding. It was not so much work, but it was my first official job to work in Finland. And after 2 months, the manager of the healthcare center asked me to continue, and I was happy because then I didn't have to worry about the money situation, and because I knew that now I can able to study and easily and calmly, and at the same time pursue my study and pursue my dreams. 2012, that's now 4 years later, I got an idea to start my own company. I remember I was working as a registered nurse in the elderly care home in the city municipality of Kokkola. They offered me this kind of short-term contract, and I think that is why that pushed me to think that, hey, why don't I start my own company? And I remember telling my families, and I remember telling my friends and my teachers that I want to start a company, and everyone thought that, are you serious? Are you so sure? And because there's a lot of bureaucracy in Finland when you want to start a company. So in any way, I just said that let me try it out. I was advised to go to firmas to get advices when you want to start a business, that you can make a business plan and in the end get some stipend to start your own company. So I did that. 16 weeks it took me to make a real plan of my own company, of a home care company. You know, many people think that you just go and open a company, but that is not true. You have to think about the next 2 years, the next 5 years, the next 10 years. How are you going to grow your company to reach that level? So what happened to me? I started to get frustrated that how long is this going to take, this business plan? And I remember the consultant telling me, calm down, and I don't want to give all the information to you so that you don't end up closing your company after a year or after 2 years. Let's do it and think about the long-term plan about the company, the growth of the company, how you're going to market in the next 10 years, how you're going to keep moving your company forward. So after 16 years, it came a decision from them and from the Te-toimisto that, hey, you have been given this starttiraha. Starttiraha are given usually to entrepreneurs who makes up a business plans, and they think that it's a viable business plan, and and think that there's a future in this company, and that's how they give you to support you as a new entrepreneur to start some small money. It was not so much. It was about 6,000 euros. But in any way, the money is not given at once. The money is given in bits, in monthly. And I think that the one thing they told me was that I had to go also and study business, which I am so glad that they told me to study business. Why? Because I was just a public health nurse degree. I had not think about the business side and what it means to become a business person. So I went there, I attended, I got my diploma in business, I did marketing, I made my own website so that I could try to cut costs for my company, that I didn't need to buy all these services. Remember, I didn't have anything so much apart from my salary, what I was working as a nurse. Another thing is that when you are given this Raha, they are telling you that you have to quit your job. So you can try to imagine that I had quit my job, and I did not have enough fund. I am a foreigner. The bank was not going to lend me the money so easily. So I decided that, okay, I'm going to learn and try to use as much knowledge what I have been taught in school to try to grow my company and only outsource the services when it's a must to outsource the services. I'm glad for the municipality of Kokkola. I'm glad for the elderly people and the disabled people who open up. And I always say like this, that if you work hard and you try to do your best to improve your services, and if you promise what you have promised to give to your customer, and the growth just continue on its way. So I got a lot of free and advertisement, because I got a lot of calls from the newspaper, from the TV in the around Kokkola, because I was the first foreign company to decide that I want to open an elderly people's home. And I have some few advice that before I continue to my next page, is that what I learned was that and when I was starting my business, was that stick to what you know. I was a nurse. I just wanted to do the nursing job. I don't know anything about bookkeeping. I don't know anything about paying salary. I don't know anything about other aspect of company that I haven't studied. So I had decided that I have to hire someone who knows those things to do it, so that I could just concentrate in what I was good at, and that was a nurse, and providing those services and bringing some part of my culture that are good. Because in Kenya, if you think about it, that we are really taking care of all people at home, with warmth, where there is no a lot of rush. So I try to just stick to what I know, and that is nursing, and then I let other people do this, what the other expertise to do what other side of the company, what I don't know and what I don't understand. So I don't need to worry. At the moment, my company has 9 employees. They are both Finnish and foreigners, and I'm so proud of that. And we offer, like I said, these elderly and disabled services to the city of Kokkola, and also around that small municipality around Kokkola. Before my award last year, I had not really thought about that. We have also foreigners who need this kind of services. I had not tapped on that, and now I am working hard to also make sure that we can, because we have this kind of multilinguistic kind of employees, that we can provide also services in their own language, and that customer can feel safe and secured. So we have worked on that. We have also worked on also I have really liked to speak, give a lot of free speech, and talk about my journey and my challenges to become an entrepreneur. So at the moment, I used to do it for free, but I was told that I should also make it as a services and ask for payment for it. And that is one of the things that has made me grow after this award, Migrant Entrepreneur of the Year. And I think that I would like to say that at the moment I'm living my Finnish dream. I am able to support my family back here and back home. I'm also able to contribute to the society that gave me an opportunity to dream. So thank you to Finland, and thank you to Kokkola. And I'm also making a difference every day. I want to not just want to be. Mahatma Gandhi said one time that just don't be if you want to be a change, and then you should be the change that you want to see around yourself. So I want to contribute. I just don't want to live and that my work is just an entrepreneur and go home. I also want to make changes. I want to contribute. I want to make a difference to my society. I just don't want to be some numbers. I was given an opportunity, and now I want to make a difference to that community. I want to contribute. I want to help it grow, because I believe that togetherness, we can be able to reach where you want. I said this to a lot of entrepreneurs, that if you believe in something, don't be afraid. And if you feel like you want to start any kind of company, go ask for help. This is what's great about Finland, that there's a lot of kind of support group you can get when you want to start a company. And please go and ask for advice, and stick to what you know. If you don't know something about bookkeeping, don't try to learn it. Give it to a professional. You'll feel much easier and less stressful in this kind of situation. And don't be afraid to dream, because dreams are valid. And if you just go and seek the opportunity given to you, not everyone is an entrepreneur, but we need more immigrant entrepreneurs in Finland, so that we can show that also we are making a difference and we are contributing to this great country. What else? One more thing I like to say is that this journey hasn't been easy, and I will not lie to you that to say that the entrepreneur life is easier. There are calls in the middle of the nights, and there are 24 hours you are responsible for it, but with a lot of patience and with a lot of humility, you can achieve what you want. And don't let anyone stop you if you really believe entrepreneurship is your path. To those entrepreneurship or those foreign entrepreneurship in Finland, we are so proud to be among of you, and I really hope that we can really show that this community and this society that we also want to contribute, and we also want to support you, and we also want to make a difference, and there's opportunity for everyone. I know a lot of you are afraid that, and also all like to start in this same type of company, like hospitality or what is it, taxis, and those common what you see foreigners feel like this is wants to start this type of company. But I say like this, even if it is something that is not dared before, please dare to do it, because it's only until you try that you really know that it's worth. And I think that I want to say that thank you to the people who decided to award me last year, and you have made me grow my company more, and the recognition has been a very good support for me too in growing my company. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you, Faisa. That was an amazing and inspirational story. Well, now we have our Migrant Entrepreneur of the Year finalists present here. We have Ioan Canta from BNA Flonel from Helsinki. We have Darja and Jean-François Flogny from Koli. Yes. And your companies are Koli companies, Koli Active, and Meanwhile in the North. So serial entrepreneur couple right here. And then we have Alexander Ivaine from IGL Technologies from Tampere. I'd like to wish you warmly welcome and let you know that we will soon find out who the winner is, but the three of you were chosen from a list of almost 100 entrepreneurs, so I would want to warmly congratulate you for making it to the finals. And the people who are watching us are not necessarily very familiar to what your companies do, and soon we will hear your pitches, so what it is that your business does. And we have a very multilingual panel here, but this event is in English, but you are welcome to do your pitch either in Finnish or in English. Should we start with us? Le Flogny, yes, please.
You can start.
So we are from North Korea, from Koli. Our business is located just next to very famous national park of Koli. We have there established several restaurants. Then we have also outdoor activity company, Collective. Then we have several kind of accommodations for. So we are very deeply tourism company, and the last but not the least is a favorite of my husband, Jean-François. It's our Colin Panimo own brewery, and we are there making our own beer and cider from North Korean apples.
Thank you. Would you like to add something? Or?
Everything is said.
All right. So they're involved in very many things, quite obviously. And next, Alexander Ivaine, please.
Tampereelta tullaan ja meillä tosiaan pieni teknologiayritys ja tehdään meillä 2 omaa tuotetta, e-tolppa ja e-parking, ja e-tolppa on se ensimmäinen tuote, millä me mentiin markkinoille, eli oli ajatus 2009-2010 puhutin sähköautosta ja sinne oli kehittynyt sellainen tuote, millä voidaan ohjata lämmitystolppeja ja rakentaa sähköautolatauspalveluita, mutta valitettavasti auto ei silloin näkynyt kauheasti katukuvassa, ja sitten me laajennin vähän bisnestä ja perustettiin tämmöinen e-parking-palvelu, millä voidaan hallinnoida isoja pysäköintialueita ja sitten myydä niitä ristin rastiin, ja nyt vähän niin kuin molemmat tuotteet palveli toisinsa, eli palvelun kautta voidaan ohjata latauspisteitä ja kerätä rahaa siitä ja sitten organisoida pysäköintiä isoja kokonaisuuksia käytännössä. Niin tehdään tämmöistä Smart City-palvelua tässä.
Kiitos, Alexander. So shortly, he has a company that's focusing on digitalizing the way that we park our cars and the way that we charge our electronic cars.
Yes.
Thank you. And actually, just quickly to get back, how many people do your companies employ all in all?
We have 8 workers plus us 2, and of course, because we are very different between the seasons. So, for example, last summer we had total 30 employees.
Thank you. And Alexander,
we have
your
10
company? 10 employees.
Yes.
Thank you. Please, Ioan.
Koneilu on perustettu vuonna 2003. Silloin oli toiminimi ja aloitin ravintola-alalla, ja vuonna 2013 sitten aloitin siivousalalla koti- ja toimistosiivoukset tekemään, ja sitten vuonna 2014 aloitin tekemään myös rakennusiivoukset ja viime vuonna myös rakennustyöt. Eli nyt meillä on noin 47 työntekijät ja rakennusalalla ollaan siellä päivittäin tekemässä kaikki, mitä siellä tarvii.
So Ioan's company, Beana Flanell, works in the construction industry and the cleaning industry, and you started out very small, but today you have 47 employees.
Yes.
Thank you. Well, I'd like to ask all of you, what does the success of, I mean, obviously your companies are very successful, but what does it mean to you that you were also chosen for this competition, which you probably did not even know that this competition existed, but you were chosen? Does that have a meaning to you personally and then to your business?
It shows us that we made the good choice when we settled down in Finland and we started a business 7 years ago. And it shows us that now we are still on the good path, I think.
Definitely.
Mikä se kysymys oli?
Elikkä mitä merkitsee se, että on tässä kilpailussa tullut valituksi ja ylipäätänsä toki yritys on menestynyt, mutta myös se, että on tässä kilpailussa menestynyt hyvin?
Joo, no ehkä tässä iso kiitos kuuluu varmaan meidän työntekijöille, koska eihän tämä yksin olisi mitenkään mahdollista toteuttaa. Ja varmaan tämä pitkäjänteisyys ja jakso oikeasti yrittää, niin se on varmaan tässä kiitos, mikä saadaan.
So perseverance and then thanks to your employees who made this possible. Yeah. Ioan.
Joo, minusta se näyttää, että muutkin arvostavat se, mitä me tehdään, ja että meidän työ on tärkeä. Ja sen takia pääsinkin täällä. Ihmiset näkevät, että me yrittäjät taistelemme joka päivä, että yritys menestyy ja pärjää hyvin.
So it's important to know that entrepreneurs work hard to make their companies successful and to create jobs, and that this is the recognition for all of that work.
Yes.
Well, we are in the middle of a pandemic, quite obviously, nothing surprising there. I'm very interested, especially in the situation that you have back in Koli. How has COVID affected your business, and what do you see the future after, hopefully, once this crisis is over?
Of course, in tourism, the impact of COVID-19 is very, very strong. And actually, last spring for us was extremely crushing. And we were a little bit surprised, wow, how it could happen. We had success, we had everything in order. We did everything what we could do, and just everything melted. But it's this that we are chain entrepreneurs. We have different companies, and okay. In one now the situation is very bad. This one, which is making the welcoming the tourists to Finland from abroad. But at the same time, we welcomed this summer and this autumn amazing amount of domestic tourists. Completely new tourist groups found Koli and ecotourism and national parks. So we could really raise from the bottom, which we suddenly were and become a winner. And in the future, it's meaning for us that we just really have to be extremely flexible. And all the time follow what's happening, because of course with the restaurants which we have, and with all the regulations of how you can move even inside of Finland, so we are all the time following what's happening. But this is life, and we hope that everything will be good. It's not first time where we have challenges in our life, so.
Yeah. Well, thank you to all the Finnish people who went to
Yes.
Koli this
Great.
summer. We should support domestic tourism as well. And I think you just brought up two very good advices. So the first, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That
Exactly.
you should. And then the second is to some scenario planning and to be very observant of the environment that you're in. It's, I think, very good advice for any entrepreneur. What about Alexander? Has this affected your business?
No, ei varsinaisesti tämän vuoden liikevaihdossa varmaan näy kauheasti, mutta kyllä meillä tuntui sille, että myynnin puolella niin kun tuli pieni noksahdus, eli kaikki niin kun pysähtyi kuin seinän ensimmäiset 2-3 kuukautta. Eli tuosta maaliskuusta alkaen, koska meidän palvelu ja tuotteet kuitenkin sen verran pitkäjänteistä, että se niin kun tämän vuoden liikevaihto on pitkälti 2-3 vuoden takaiset työt, mikä näkyy vasta nyt meidän liikevaihdossa. Ja mä veikkaan, että meillä varmaan kevään niin kun tämmöinen pysäyttäminen näkyy vasta ensi vuoden liikevaihdossa jonkin verran, mutta mä en usko, että se merkittävästi laske sitä.
Oletteko te tehnyt mitään toimenpiteitä tavallaan niin kuin tästä tilanteesta johtuen?
No kyllä me nyt seurataan sitä koko ajan ja yritetään. No meillä on niin kuitenkin ollaan softa-firma, niin me tehdään me ei muutenkaan olla kauheasti tekemissä ihmisten kanssa, että kyllä me järjestelmät ja tämmöistä rakennetaan. Mutta siis jo tavallaan eli yritetään sille, että kassavirta pysyy sille positiivisen, saadaan palkat hoidettua ja muut sellaiset jutut, mutta seurataan tilannetta ja pyritään reagoimaan mahdollisimman aikaisessa vaiheessa, mutta ei tiedä mihin se markkinatilanne menee. Eli se on tässä vähän mikä on. Ei pysty ennustaa niin kuin ensi vuoden kovin tarkasti, mutta taas kun meillä on palvelumalli, eli me myydään palveluita SaaS-liiketoiminnan näkökulma, niin meillä on niin kuin jatkuva liiketoiminta kuitenkin. Eli se ei voi ihan seinän pysähtyä kuitenkin.
Yeah, so Alexander said that usually what happened this year will not show in your turnover. This year it will only show maybe next year, because the way that your business operates, it's a SaaS-based model, technology and digital model. So it's not we can't compare it to, for example, a restaurant business. Yeah. But you are also observing the environment and seeing how to react in due time and make sure that you're able to pay your employees their salaries, which is quite important. Yes. What about Ioan?
Joo, kyllä tässä rakennusala, kun on pikkusen sellainen herkämpi ala, että kyllä tässä on nähnyt vähän vaikutusta koronasta, että ei ihan heti alussa, mutta näyttää siltä, että koko aika on nyt vähän epävarma, että uusia projekteja alkamassa ja ne siirtyy ja Sitten on myös työntekijöiden saaminen on vaikeampi nyt, kun esimerkiksi meidän yrityksessä suurin osa työntekijöistä on ulkomaalaisia ja ne on joutunut sitten koronan takia vaikka mennyt siihen kotimaahan ja ne pelkää tulemaan takaisin, että sitten jos ei pääse taas takaisin perheen luona. Mutta ihan riittävästi meillä on ollut töitä ja nytkin on, mutta pikkusen näkyy sellainen notkautusmerkkejä.
So at Beana Flogny, you can also see the effects of the corona crisis because the construction industry is very volatile in terms of this type of a pandemic. It did not show straight away, but it showed a bit later. And you also have many employees who come from foreign countries. So many have gone back home and are afraid to come to Finland at this moment. Well, I'd like to ask everyone, since your companies have been quite successful, all of you employ other people and you have been in business for several years and you come from very different types of sectors. But what would you say is the secret to the success, in your case, to your many companies and in your case, to your own companies?
About us, it's a lot about having fun. We really chose what the field of activity we liked, and we are doing our passion. And it's every day it's very fun to do it and to go to work. And another secret is also the workers. We are very good workers, without whom I think we would not be here. So.
Yeah, we are very nice and international team. And of course, because we are living there in countryside, so like far away from families, and so our workers are becoming like very close to us, and also friends, and yeah, what else to add? Entrepreneurship, it's everyday adventure, because you never know what will happen and what next phone call will bring. so like
Living on the edge.
yes, and of course what's interesting that you can modify your life and you bring yourself interesting work tasks yourself. So this is like you're free and independent in this kind of way. Do in this location where you want to live what is interesting to you.
And for you, it was actually your employees who nominated you to this competition.
Yes.
So they are obviously very proud to be working in your companies. You mentioned that having the right people and having passion and loving what you do. One of the biggest hurdles in Finland for small and medium-sized businesses is finding the right people and finding the people with the right capabilities and skills and perhaps the educational background. What is your secret in then finding the right people in an area that's not that heavily populated, like in the North Karelian district?
Yes, the recruiting is always challenging, but the recruiting in North Karelia in the middle of nowhere is very, very challenging. And we try to keep, of course, all the people who are coming to work with us, and they are like environment and they like to live in North Karelia with forest around. We try to help assimilate and Finnish and foreigners. Mm-hmm. Like we help with some just simple to move and to find a house and to buy a house and this kind of things. But of course, compared to completely Finnish businesses who are working in our area, we have this is that we are foreign. We are not scared to work with the foreigners. So almost every time when we open recruiting and open some new position, we also open it to, for example, EURES, and like that we have also more diversity to choose the people who is like really needed to us.
Yeah.
But with this publicity which coming from this. From this nomination, of course, I'm raising the questions which are important for us to how to keep people also to work there in the middle of nowhere and to live. But this is questions of society which I'm speaking with our local Lieksan kaupunki and Ioan kunta administrative offices.
Yeah, this is why it's very important for entrepreneurs to be in contact with the municipal leaders where they live. And this is actually something that we at Suomen Yrittäjät also try to work hard so that we are in constant contact with decision makers. But yeah, so you obviously have a much wider talent pool then from where to actually choose the employees using this EURES system.
Yes, of course we.
And some people like what we do and they just want to be with us, to work with us.
Yeah.
Because we like what we do, I guess it's contagious, and some people just want to work with us.
Good. What about Ioan? What is the secret to your business that has grown a lot during the past years?
Joo, mä luulen, että joku suomeksi.
Joo, totta kai.
Joo. Että se tässä nyt tällä alalla on tärkeää, että asiakkaat, että ymmärrät mitä asiakkaat haluaa ja tehdään työ, laatutyö ja viedään se työ loppuun asti, kun on sanoisin, että se on kuitenkin sitä, se on tärkeää, että ymmärrät mitä asiakas haluaa.
Joo.
Ja totta kai on tärkeää, että on oikeat työntekijätkin tekemään se oikea työ ja vaatii aika paljon niin kuin minulta, aika paljon, että on aina läsnä siellä, missä työtä tehdään.
Sä oot helposti lähestyttävä toimitusjohtaja sitten, että...
Joo.
Joo.
Minusta se on se isoimpi juttu.
So it's very important to know what the customer wants and to be present as a leader. That already takes you far. Entäs Alexander?
Mikä se kysymys taas oli?
Eli mikä on se salaisuus sun yrityksen menestykseen? What's the secret to your success?
Pyytää apua ajoissa. Niin, se oli alkuvaiheessa oli oikeasti, ehkä olisi laittanut pillit pussiin ja lähtenyt menee, jos olisi niin kuin tavallaan pyydän apua, koska monet varmaan lopettaa sen takia, kun ei löydä niitä oikeita tahoja, kenelle voi mennä keskustelemaan asioista. Ja sitten tämä toinen varmaan tämä verkosto. Eli mekään ei tehdä kaikki itse, vaan meillä on useita yrityksiä, jotka on kumppanina mukana ja me ollaan heidän kanssa yhdessä mietitty, että työtä pitää olla niin kuin win-to-win tyyppistä. Eli me ollaan rakennettu jopa ensin heille liiketoiminta, jotta heille olisi mielekästä myydä meidän palveluita ja tuotteita ja sitten vasta sen jälkeen tulla mukaan sinne kentälle, koska sitten ne tekee sen isomman työn meidän puolesta ja sitten me kerätään sillä niin kuin, ja tehdään sen niin kuin yhdessä tavalla, mutta molemmat hyöty siitä syytä. Ja tämä niin kuin verkoston rakentaminen, se on aika haastava tavallaan, että siellä pitäisi löytää ne oikeat yritykset ja oikeat tahot ja sitten se pitää olla kuitenkin meidänkin liiketoiminnassa pitää olla aika pitkäjänteistä, että ei kovin moni niin kuin suostu siihen, sitten ne lähtee menee tai vaihtaa alaa tai joten tällaista tapahtuu sitten.
Miten sä oot lähtenyt niitä verkostoja rakentamaan?
No silleen ihan niin kuin käynyt läpi ja analysoinut vähän, onko tämä niin kuin hyvä siihen vai ei. Ja sitten on isoja firmoikin, mutta heillä taas vaikea löytää sieltä se oikea taho. Se saattaa olla niin iso firma ja sitten niin paljon ihmisiä sisällä, niin että niillä taas omia ongelmia, mitä yritetään ratkeaa, niin pitää löytää se oikea kontakti ja se on haastava. Löytää sitä niin kuin isosta massasta se oikea henkilö, kenelle mennä juttelemaan. Niin. Mutta se verkosto, se on tärkeä, koska me niin kuin monet yritykset varmaan menee sille, että tai niin kuin meilläkin on aika paljon alihankkijoita ja sitten mekin ollaan monien alihankkia. Vähän riippuu mistä näkökulmasta katsotaan se tilanne.
Kiitos. So Alexander mentioned that it's very important to ask for help, that if he hadn't asked for help in the beginning, he might have quit the business already. So it's very important. And another thing is networks. Networks are very important for any entrepreneur, and I think for all professionals in general. It's important to know people. But you mentioned something that's, I think, shows also the way that entrepreneurship is changing. So we have more businesses working together, and like you said, that you even helped a business develop their own service or their own like business model, and after that they partnered up with you. So we don't see each other as competitors in the old sense, but competitors who can also actually work together and create win-win situations. So that was a very, very valid point. Thank you for bringing that up. Well, we have, like I said, a few hundred people are watching this show today, and most of them are entrepreneurs, but many of them are people who are thinking of starting their own businesses. So what advice would you give to people of international background, of migrant background? What advice would you give to these people who want to start a business in Finland?
Do it now. So I think Finland is full of possibilities and full of places to take. So it's a very good country for foreigners to start a business. So.
Also, in Finland, if you ask help, of course, if you just know from where to ask help, so we also use these tools as a startiraha in beginning and many nice things. And then as an administrative point of view, the starting and also the running business in Finland, it's quite easy as we compare, for example, to France or to Russia. So, and we also feel ourselves quite protective compared to other countries, our own countries. Then what else? Yes, the Finland is a big country, and please look around, go to small towns and small villages, and see their opportunities, and just take them, because in countryside you just have less competition, and you have much more possibility to do your own things and to rise maybe above. So I understand that in town you have to fight more. So with in the north Finland and in eastern Finland, the population is older very fast. So we need young and of course foreign blood to cooperate with us. Come, we need help.
Thank you. So remember, there is light outside of Kehä Kolmonen.
Yes.
All of us living here in Helsinki should remember that. Yes, Alexander.
No, ei muuta kuin rohkeasti on yrittämään. Ja sitten varmaan usko siihen unelmaan tai siihen, mitä olet tekemässä. Ja ainakin meillekin kävi niin, että käydin välillä tehtiin jotain muuta. Saatiin niin kuin rahoitettua se liiketoiminta, mutta edelleen palattiin siihen takaisin. Ja tosiaan vielä kerran, että varmaan kannattaa sitä apua käydä kysymässä. Että siitä Suomessa on paljon hyviä niin kuin konsulttifirmojakin, joka tekee sen ihan niin kuin tyylin ilmaiseksikin näitä juttuja.
Eli once again, ask for help. Ask for help. That's an important one. And believe in yourself and believe in what you're doing. And sometimes you can also do something else for a while and then get back to your original. Ioan.
Niin, vaikka monesta ehkä niin kuin yrityksen perustaminen ja yrittäjyys on ehkä tuntuu pelotavalta. Ja monet ei ehkä uskalta mennä siihen, mutta kyllä mä sanoisin, että jokainen voi mennä, koska Suomessa löydät aika helposti apua jostakin ja kovalla työllä ja kyllä pystyy tekemään ja yritys menestyy.
Yeah, work hard and believe in your dream. And we are running out of time, but I have to ask my last question. So if there is one dream that you could make a reality in the coming year, what would that be? Very short answers.
But for us, it's easy. We have a long-term dream coming true next year. We are starting to build our new brewery restaurants and smaller hotel units. So let's hope that everything will go well and it will be smoothly.
Great. Fingers crossed.
No, tämä korona loppui, se kaikki puolesta normaali elämänä.
End of corona.
Sama juttu ja toivottavasti meidän yritys menestyy tai jatkaa samalla mallilla eteenpäin.
End of corona and continued success. Thank you all. Please remain here. We will soon find out who the winner is. Now we will watch a video from the CEO of Elo, Satu Huber. Elo is actually one of our biggest sponsors of this event and of this award as well. So please, Satu Huber.
Dear entrepreneurs, dear friends, what a privilege it has been to take part of and hear all these inspiring stories of your lives and businesses. I'm extremely happy that you've chosen to come to Finland and use your competencies and build something new for our society. Thank you. My name is Satu Huber, and I'm the CEO of Elo, a mutual pension insurance company, where more than 40% of Finnish entrepreneurs have taken their pension insurances. I hope someday all of you as well. It's a joy to participate in this event today, giving an award to one of you courageous entrepreneurs. Obviously, I and all of us would prefer to be here physically together, but I'm very glad we were able to do it virtually, and I'm also happy that so many of you are joining in online. The number of migrants in Finland is growing. I personally believe we need many more migrants to Finland in the coming years. I'm very happy that Finland can provide people with the right attitude a possibility to begin a business and succeed here. Entrepreneurs have always been close to the heart of ELO and its personnel, and I'm very glad that we have this cooperation with the organization Suomen Yrittäjät, or Finnish entrepreneurs. At ELO, we do our best to take the needs of migrant entrepreneurs into consideration. Later today, as part of the Business Unplugged online event, ELO's specialists will have 2 online events or seminars that you can join in on. On one of them, you will all have the chance to discuss and learn more about the Finnish pension system for entrepreneurs. On the second event, you can hear more about entrepreneurs' well-being, resilience, and success factors. We have recently started a big and long project to further develop our services to migrant entrepreneurs. We want to make the Finnish pension system more understandable and help you, entrepreneurs, to safeguard yourself with the means of it. But as the project goes forward, we really need your help again to hear about the easy parts, the difficult parts, how we can make our services better and more suitable for your needs. We have regularly had surveys to find out what the challenges of entrepreneurs are in the changing environment and changing work conditions, and this year obviously with the virus. This is the first time we have this survey also in English. It's still this week that you can answer it, and please, if you have not done it, do it. We really need all the input we can get, and if you have friends who are entrepreneurs, English-speaking or Finnish-speaking or Swedish-speaking, please tell them to fill in the survey. The more information we get, the better understanding we have of the difficulties or the challenges or the opportunities that you face. We will get the results of the survey in early 2021, and it will be very interesting to see how it has changed from the previous years. The previous survey said that the success factors for entrepreneurs were manifold, but if you were an entrepreneur who had employees, then one of the biggest challenges was the leadership skills of the entrepreneur. Other success factors related to entrepreneurial skills, but also to the balance of work and free time, the well-being of the entrepreneur. Something as important is the professional networking, and I hope in future years we will all be in the same room. It will be easier to network face-to-face, but also online. We've learned this year that it is possible. Soon we will hear who will be the migrant entrepreneur of this year. I have understood and really understand that it was not easy to choose the finalists in this competition. And obviously, it was even more difficult than to choose the winner among all these inspiring, exciting stories. To all of you who have joined this online event, I really hope you all the best in the future and a lot of courage in the very different times we are living in at the moment. I'm very excited about continued and closer relationship with migrant entrepreneurs. I hope we together will be able to encourage more people to start this exciting new life of entrepreneurship. Thank you.
Thank you, Satu. That was a great speech, and thank you for your support. I have to tell you, I will tell you something, a couple of words about this competition. It has been really tough to decide the winner. We had really intense discussions about, because to me, all of you are already winners. It's not easy to find successful companies in Finland with migrant background, and I have to say that none of you are working in food businesses, you're not making pizzas, and you are not located, all of you, in Kehä Kolmonen. So we are represented all around Finland, and Tampere, Helsinki also, and Koli, proudly, Pohjois-Karjala. That's where I am from too. If you have realized something, that why we are not having masks is that we are respecting the distances, and we are really careful with that. So we've been instructed. Now about the competition, since it has been really tough, but we have so good competitors. Us judges, we had to discuss, and the judges who were deciding who is the winner of the year is we had Marko Hara from Elo, also Faisa Egge, the last year's winner, and the chairman of Suomen Yrittäjät, Petri Salminen, also was one of the judges, and myself, the chairman of Migrant Entrepreneurs. And the thing is, all great companies, and I'm really proud of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing whatever you are doing. But we had to choose one. And that one winner for this year, I wanted to choose all of you, but the winner is...
Well. And the winner of 2020 Migrant Entrepreneur of the Year is Ioan Canta. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations, Ioan.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, congratulations to you.
Suu makeaksi.
Kiitos.
And also, olen ylpeä. So, we have a winner. As I said, it wasn't an easy task. We had to pick one, but you are all great companies, great winners to me, and I'm really thankful for you and for whatever you are doing, your business, and I wish all the best for your companies in the future. But reasons why we end up with Ioan is that he is providing services in a business field that it provides easy ways for people with also migrant entrepreneurs and low education also be able to be find a job in this country, do something that they really love and create something new. And working in that business field is not easy when you think about all the Finland and Helsinki and all this competition. So Ioan has had to go a lots of big competition to try to find the way in doing this business in this country and providing a job for different background people. And what he does also, like all of you are doing, is very precise, very great leadership. He's showing an example, and that was one thing that kind of made an effect on us. So I want to again thank you all. It's been an honor. If you want to say a couple of words in Finnish or in English, you're free. You want to say something, so thank you.
Joo, haluan ensin kiittää teille kaikille ja Suomen yrittäjille ja kuka on järjestänyt tämä kilpailu. Ja haluan kiittää niille, jotka on ilmoittanut minua mukaan. Mä en edes tiennyt, että ne on ilmoittanut. Ja kaikki, joka on auttanut minua näiden vuoden aikana yrittäjänä ja työntekijöille ja perheelle myös, että kestää minua. Joo, kiitos teille.
So it was thanking everyone, the family and the people and the person who nominated him to this competition. He didn't even know about it, but he's really thankful and wishing him all the best. Thank you. So thank you. Now we are about to finish our today's the speaking sessions, but we still have one honorable mention. We have one speaker, and I want to thank myself on behalf of our migrant entrepreneurs for Suomen Yrittäjät to believing in us and giving all these possibilities. Also now with Satu and Elo, and I wish that we get the similar situation with other bigger companies to provide help and see this group and try to create something that we can make entrepreneurship easier for migrants in this country. So the final words from Mikael Pentikäinen, the CEO of Suomen Yrittäjät. Please welcome.
Dear entrepreneurs, ladies and gentlemen, at first my warm congratulations to Ioan and to Alexander and to Darja and Jean-François. I am so proud of you. You have done a wonderful job as entrepreneurs. We all know that your journey hasn't been easy. There have been obstacles and hardships. You have had to learn new markets, new culture, new languages, new playing fields, new regulations. But you have done the job, overcome the difficulties, and build success in these challenging circumstances. You can be all very proud of your achievements. Dear friends, we have been experiencing exceptional times due to the COVID-19 crisis. In the first award ceremony just a year ago, none of us could have imagined the struggles many entrepreneurs would be facing today. Many have experienced difficulties, many are considering closing their businesses, and many are fearing the threat of bankruptcy. This is the reality for entrepreneurs almost all over the globe. Governments have been building programs to support entrepreneurs over the crisis. They have been doing that not just for the entrepreneurs, but to safeguard the recovery of the economy and to avoid massive growth of unemployment. We know that times of crisis are often the defining moments for enterprises. The markets are shared in a new way. They become open to new opportunities. Those having courage, resources, and investment capabilities have a hold of the future. For instance, the digital leap has been huge for many. This has been also a tough year for the entrepreneurs' organization. The demand for our services has been larger than ever. Also, politicians have been asking our proposals to find the most effective ways to support companies and their owners. We have felt that we have been needed more than ever. At these difficult times, the role of our organization is clear to most. I am happy that our government has been implementing many of our proposals. the relationship with the government has been good. I am thankful for that. At the times of crisis, it is good to think what kind of a society is good for entrepreneurs. It has at least the following elements. It is free and stable. Many of you especially well know the significance of freedom and stability in an entrepreneurial state. There is free and fair competition, also for smaller players. Competition is never easy, but it is the life insurance of entrepreneurship. It is part of large markets. The EU and free trade are essential for us. Taxation should not be too high, because high taxes take oxygen from enterprises. We need the taxes to fund the welfare society, but we must find the right balance in taxation. Highly skilled workforce is available. There is a constitutional state without corruption, and this is one of the advantages of Finland. This is a free country without corruption. It is a country of equality. This is crucial for all minorities. It has working labor markets. This is one of the challenges in Finland. Our labor market is not functioning in the optimal way. For instance, the flexibility of the wage determination in Finland is almost the worst in the world. The public sector is effective and qualified, and it gives space for private enterprises. It has a functioning infrastructure. It has good financial markets. By the way, Finland is #1 in SME finance in the comparison of the World Economic Forum. It encourages risk-taking. It understands the generational responsibility and takes care of the environment, climate, but also public economy. It is a society which helps its members, including companies and entrepreneurs. We know, and we heard today, that Finland is one of the best countries in having many of these important elements. Dear friends, we are here today to celebrate migrant entrepreneurship. We want to do it for many reasons. At first, we want to send a clear message. This country needs you. We need more migrant entrepreneurs to develop this country and strengthen its economic and social foundation. Secondly, we have much to learn from you, from your skills, and especially from your courage. Entrepreneurship is never easy, but when you are from a different society and culture, it is even more difficult. With this award, we want to thank you and encourage you on the path you have chosen. Thirdly, through this award, we want to emphasize the positive role of migrant entrepreneurs in the Finnish society and economy. And fourthly, I hope that the awarded entrepreneurs will become role models for many others, for young migrants, but also for others. Dear friends, last Sunday we celebrated the 103rd day of independence of this country. We remembered our grandfathers and grandmothers who defended our independence and the free society with great sacrifices. Today we celebrate entrepreneurship. It is important to notice that entrepreneurship is one cornerstone of a free society. But it is not just a cornerstone, it is also a consequence of freedom. When there is freedom, ideas can flourish and businesses evolve. With these few thoughts, I want to congratulate And thank you for making this possible with your brave work. Thank you.
Hello again. Thank you Ali Giray, Faisa Egge, Darja, Jean-François, Flogny, Alexander Ivaine, Satu Huber, Marko Hara and Mikael Pentikäinen for making Business Unplugged happen. Thank you to all of you who have been watching us today. I wish we could have actually seen each other, but hopefully, looking at the wrong camera, but hopefully we'll do so next year. So now our time at the studio is coming to an end. You have all chosen workshops that you will participate in, so please follow the links that are either in the description box under Facebook or in the screen right in front of you, and go on and take your business skills to the next level. My name is Aicha Manai. It was a pleasure being with you today and hope to see you next year. Thank you.